Question 1. Who were the joint chief guests for India's 77th Republic Day Parade in 2026? Correct answer, President of European Council and President of European Commission. Mr. Antonio Costa and Ms. Ursula von der Leyen were the joint chief guests, marking a milestone in India-EU relations. Question 2. What was the official theme for the Republic Day Parade 2026? Correct answer, 150 years of Vande Mataram. The 2026 parade celebrated the 150th anniversary of the composition of our national song, Vande Mataram. Question 3. Which state's tableau won the first prize at the Republic Day Parade 2026? Correct answer, Maharashtra. Maharashtra's tableau, showcasing Ganeshotsav, a symbol of self-reliance, won the top honor. Question 4. Who was awarded the Ashoka Chakra, India's highest peacetime gallantry award, in January 2026? Correct answer, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla. He was honored for his exceptional bravery and leadership, especially noted during his preparation for the ISS mission. Question 5. India finalized a historic free trade agreement, FTA, with which entity on 27 January 2026? Correct answer, European Union, EU. After years of negotiation, India and the EU signed a comprehensive trade deal to boost bilateral commerce. Question 6. Which union ministry's tableau was featured under the theme Prosperity Through Self-Reliance? Correct answer, Ministry of Defence. The Defence Ministry showcased India's growing prowess in indigenous military hardware. Question 7. How many years of the song Vande Mataram were marked by the 2026 Republic Day theme? Correct answer, 150 years. The song was composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay in the 1870s, making 2026 the 150th anniversary year. Question 8. Which marching contingent was named the best marching contingent among the three services? Correct answer, Indian Navy. The Indian Navy contingent was adjudged the best for its precision and turnout. Question 9. Who was elected as the national president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, in January 2026? Correct answer, Nitin Nabin. Nitin Nabin was elected unopposed as the new national president of the party. Question 10. The Beating Retreat Ceremony 2026 concluded with a massed band performance of which song? Correct answer, Vande Mataram. Consistent with the 150-year anniversary theme, the ceremony concluded with a powerful rendition of Vande Mataram. Question 11. ISRO's first mission of 2026, launched on 12 January, utilized which launch vehicle? Correct answer, PSLV C-60. The PSLV C-60 successfully placed the EOA's N-1 satellite and 18 co-passenger satellites into orbit. Question 12. What is the primary objective of the EOA's N-1 satellite launched by ISRO in January 2026? Correct answer, Earth observation. EOA's N-1 is a next-generation Earth observation satellite designed for high-resolution imaging. Question 13. Which Indian aircraft celebrated the 25th anniversary of its first flight on 4 January 2026? Correct answer, Tejas LCA. The Indigenous Light Combat Aircraft, LCA, Tejas completed 25 years since its first successful test flight in 2001. Question 14. DRDO successfully tested the new generation Akashan-G missile in January 2026. What is its approximate range? Correct answer, 60 kilometers. The Akashan-G is a surface-to-air missile system with an intercept range of about 60 kilometers. Question 15. Exercise Dosti 17 was a trilateral maritime exercise held in January 2026 between India, Sri Lanka and... Correct answer, Maldives. The 17th edition of the Trilateral Coast Guard exercise was held in the Maldives. Question 16. The Indian Army declared the year 2026 as the year of. Correct answer, networking and data centricity. The Army is focusing on digitizing its infrastructure and enhancing data-centric operational capabilities. Question 17. Which Indian-origin astronaut was appointed as a lead for the NASA Artemis support team in January 2026? Correct answer, King Chari. Raja Chari was selected to lead key support operations for the upcoming lunar missions. Question 18. Which Indian shipyard delivered a specialized Indo-Pacific patrol vessel to a partner nation in January 2026? Correct answer, Garden Reach Shipbuilders, GRSE. GRSE delivered the vessel as part of India's Sagar, Security and Growth for All in the Region initiative. Question 19. In January 2026, the Indian Air Force conducted exercise Vayu Shakti in which state? Correct answer, Rajasthan. The massive firepower demonstration took place at the Pokhran range in Rajasthan. Question 20. DRDO's Autonomous Flying Wing Technology Demonstrator achieved a flight milestone in January 2026. It is a precursor to which project? Correct answer, Ghatak UK. This stealth wing technology is being developed for India's future indigenous combat drones. Question 21. What was India's GDP growth forecast for FY 2025-26 according to the World Bank's January 2026 report? Correct answer, 7.2%. The World Bank projected a 7.2% growth rate, maintaining India's position as the fastest-growing major economy. Question 22. Which central scheme for senior citizens crossed the 1 crore enrollment milestone in January 2026? Correct answer, Ayushman Bharat, PMJ. The expansion of Ayushman Bharat to all citizens aged 70 plus led to rapid enrollment. Question 23. The Vande Bharat sleeper version conducted its first commercial run in January 2026 between which cities? Correct answer, Delhi and Mumbai. The long-distance sleeper version was inaugurated on the busy Delhi-Mumbai route. Question 24. Which state launched the Mukhyamantri Sehat Yojana in January 2026 to provide 10 lakh rupees health cover? Correct answer, Punjab. The Punjab government launched this health insurance scheme for all families in the state. Question 25. India became the first country to commercially produce biobitumen in January 2026. What is its source? Correct answer, agricultural waste. Biobitumen is a sustainable road construction material made from agricultural residue. Question 26. Which government body launched the Nari Shakti Digital Literacy Mission in January 2026? Correct answer, Ministry of Electronics and IT, MeitY. MeitY launched this mission to empower rural women with digital financial and technical skills. Question 27. Which city was ranked as the cleanest city in India in the Swachh Sarvekshan 2025 results, released January 2026? Correct answer, Indore. Indore secured the top spot for the 9th consecutive year, sharing the honor with Surat. Question 28. The first indigenous green hydrogen bus pilot for high altitudes was launched in January 2026 in. Correct answer, yes. The pilot project in Leh explores green transport solutions for cold desert regions. Question 29. Which Indian state passed a bill in January 2026 to provide 33% reservation for women in urban local bodies? Correct answer, Nagaland. Nagaland took this historic step toward gender parity in local governance. Question 30. The India Global Investment Summit 2026 was hosted in which city in January? Correct answer, Gandhinagar. The summit focused on making India a global hub for semiconductors and green hydrogen. Question 31. Who was appointed as the Director General of the National Investigation Agency, NIA, in January 2026? Correct answer, Rakesh Agrawal. Senior IPS officer Rakesh Agrawal took over as the head of the Premier Anti-Terror Agency. Question 32. Justice Manoj Kumar Gupta was sworn in as the Chief Justice of which High Court in January 2026? Correct answer, Uttarakhand High Court. He was appointed to lead the Uttarakhand High Court at Nainital. Question 33. Who is the youngest ever national president of the BJP, elected in January 2026? Correct answer, Nitin Nabeen. Nitin Nabeen became the youngest person to lead the national political party. Question 34. The Supreme Court of India stayed which regulations in January 2026 due to implementation concerns? Correct answer, UGC Equity Regulations 2026. The court stayed the 2026 UGC Equity Regulations following various petitions. Question 35. Who was appointed as the head coach of the Indian women's cricket team in January 2026? Correct answer, Jhulan Goswami. The legendary pacer took over the coaching responsibilities of the national team. Question 36. How many medals did India win at the World Para Athletics Grand Prix 2026 in New Delhi? Correct answer, 208. India secured a historic 208 medals, including 75 gold medals, at the event. Question 37. Which Indian cricketer reached the milestone of 15,000 ODI runs in January 2026? Correct answer, Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli became the first Indian to cross the 15K mark during the series against New Zealand. Question 38. Who won the Player of the Series in the India vs New Zealand T20I series in January 2026? Correct answer, Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan was honored for his consistent explosive performances at the top of the order. Question 39. Which city hosted the National Youth Festival 2026 on 12th January? Correct answer, Varanasi. The festival, celebrating Swami Vivekananda's birth anniversary, was hosted in Varanasi. Question 40. Which state won the overall championship at the Khelo India Youth Games 2026? Correct answer, Maharashtra. Maharashtra topped the medal tally once again in the games held across Uttar Pradesh. Question 41. Who won the gold medal in the women's 200-meter sprint at the World Para Athletics Grand Prix 2026? Correct answer, Preeti Pal. Preeti Pal clinched the gold with a record-breaking performance. Question 42. Which Indian city inaugurated a state-of-the-art digital braille library in January 2026? Correct answer, Pune. The library in Pune is designed to provide accessible educational resources for the visually impaired. Question 43. The 10th edition of Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit occurred in January 2026. Who was the chief guest? Correct answer, President of UAE. The UAE President was the chief guest, further strengthening West Asian ties. Question 44. Which Indian state reported the first cases of a new Nipah virus variant in January 2026? Correct answer, West Bengal. A small outbreak in Barsat, West Bengal, was successfully contained by health authorities. Question 45. World Braille Day is observed every year on which date? Correct answer, 4th January. 4th January is celebrated to honor Louis Braille, the inventor of the reading-writing system. Question 46. Which Indian port was officially renamed V.O. Chidambarnar Port, Wakpa, after a full structural reform in January 2026? Correct answer, Tuticorin Port. The Tuticorin Port in Tamil Nadu underwent major rebranding and administrative reform. Question 47. Who was the top run-getter for India in the 2026 U19 World Cup matches held in January? Correct answer, Mushir Khan. Mushir Khan showed exceptional form during the initial stages of the tournament. Question 48. Which Indian actor was appointed as the brand ambassador for the Digital India Safety Campaign in January 2026? Correct answer, Ayushmann Khurrana. He was chosen for his clean image and wide appeal to educate people about cyber safety. Question 49. The National Startup Day is celebrated on which date in India? Correct answer, 16th January. 16th January is observed to recognize and celebrate the spirit of entrepreneurship in India. Question 50. Which Indian state launched the Mukhyamantri Ladli Behna 2.0 scheme in January 2026? Correct answer, Madhya Pradesh. The MP government expanded the existing scheme to provide more financial aid to women.